I don't have the body, I don't have that round head, I don't have, I just, that was not, I was not the type. And but so we went in and we tried out all kinds of makeup and did the whole thing, and ultimately it worked out. And I just love doing it. It's like, growing up with a guy.
Thank you. When you were working on Taxi, what do you remember about working with Andy Kaufman?
Andy was not nuts. He knew exactly what he was doing. He was a very sweet person, but he had an agenda. He had a particular kind of character, a particular kind of comedy that he was very serious about bringing off, and he did it. Sometimes he would not be present when you needed him. In other words, out of sight somewhere. I remember one day he really upset Tony Danza. We had little dressing rooms at the studio, and Tony Danza went and got a fire extinguisher, one of those foam extinguishers, that opened the door to Andy's room and just went. So he did his thing, and he worked very seriously, very hard at it, and he's a wonderful person, and of course it's a real tragedy that he's not still with us. I remember Andy, he meditated a lot, and he was a very spiritual person. And somehow during rehearsal one day, when the whole camera crew, everybody's there, we're getting ready to do the show, and the conversation came up about levitating. And Andy said he could levitate, and he said it very simply and very seriously. So we had a 10-minute break, and Andy got down on the middle of the stage floor and got into a yogi position and started getting into himself to levitate. And everybody on the crew is standing around, because this was so audacious, standing around, and Andy's kneeling there getting ready to levitate. I mean, he's doing this. And there was an expectation that he just might do it. Just sitting there, and then the 10-minute break was over, and finally the production manager said, we have to stop this, we have to get back to rehearsal. And you kind of felt